This slideshow covers Chapter 1 of the book Economics After the Crisis, and Chapter 1 is about economics as a science. Chapter 1 consists of 7 sections. We begin with a definition of economics. The purpose of economics was formulated by one of my favorite economists, Joan Robinson. Economics, like the other social sciences, is not value-free. It has important values like efficiency and freedom. The first theory to be discussed is social economics. Social economics includes lots of sociology and psychology. Rationality in social economic theory always involves values. The virtue of prudence is about taking responsibility for your own choices in the past, the present, and the future. Social economics recognizes that economic agency requires virtues. The theater play Death of a Salesman shows that when you don't have these virtues, you will fail. This diagram shows you some leadership virtues. Interestingly, women are judged by their peers to have a broader range of high scores on these leadership virtues as compared to their male colleagues. Finally, two key concepts of social economics are discussed: social capital and power. The second economic theory to be discussed is institutional economics. It shows you the importance of institutions for economic behavior. Institutional economics is concerned with principles, such as rights and rules. Institutions can constrain your behavior. For example, when you expect a friend to visit you, you will probably not eat your last piece of apple pie. Why not? Because it's a social norm not to do so, and that social norm influences your behavior. The third theory that we discuss is post-Keynesian economics. It explains many economic shortcomings from either a lack of effective demand or market power. Post-Keynesian economics recognizes that the world is full of uncertainty. Under conditions of uncertainty, it is impossible to calculate costs and benefits. We therefore have to rely on our intuition. The fourth and final economic theory that we discuss is Neoclassical economics. It's a theory applicable to ideal markets. Neoclassical economics assumes that people always want to maximize their utility. The utility of consuming more and more units of a single good is diminishing. Think about how you feel when somebody gives you a third or even a fourth glass of water. In neoclassical economics, markets are assumed to be always, or almost always, in equilibrium. Neoclassical economics is a dominant theory, but with the financial crisis we learned that it's not always the best theory to get policy advice from. This matrix summarizes the definition of rationality in all four theoretical perspectives. Power in economics is often regarded as a conflict over resources or as market power. Finally, we have to recognize that there are also many invisible forms of power going on in the economy.